Hey everyone! Right, a continuation of my Christmas ephemera madness, I think. I've got a sheet of 12 by 12. This is a graphic 45 paper. Christmas Carol Collection, Yuletide Greeting. So that's what it's like on that side. I've had it since it first came out, so I've had it approximately 4 years now. I thought I need to start using up some of this paper. So I'm never going to use it as it is. So to make tags, I'm thinking, before I undo it, so I've got some gesso. This is Peebo Studio Acrylics. It's quite thin, this one, rather than the other stuff that I would normally use. So I'm going to put it on with a brayer. The idea is to not back this pattern so I can still see it, but that it's no, it's too fussy for what I want. So I'm thinking, oh, there we go. Oh, that's I tend to use up my packaging that comes through, and so this is quite thin. I think that was what I was trying to say, because I don't want to completely get rid of the pattern. So I'm thinking, okay, let's just do some random marks on it and see where we go. That's a bit too much. So the idea being is that 12 by 12, I'm going to cut it up and I am going to make some tags with it for this Christmas travel note swap that I'm in. That's the idea anyway. Let's see if we can actually do it. So I'm thinking I'll get at least, if I chop it in half to give me 6 inches, and then probably by 3 inches, so I should get about 6 tags. Not all for the swap, but the actual journal itself is a kind of blue-green colour. So I'm thinking this background, see, it's just, the background is just too fussy for what I like. I like them a lot plainer than that, and then I like to add my own decoration, being the kind of rebel that I am. Okay, I think we are getting there with the terms of randomness. Yay! Oh yeah, that looks so much better than it did before. Right, I'm just going to dry this off. Now that does look a lot better. And then the plan on the back is just to mount it on some plain card, so that bit won't show. I know some people like it, but for general Christmas tags it needs, in my opinion, I just like to go in and put my own stuff on. Right, I'm just going to go and cut this up and then I will be right back. Right, I've cut them up. I've got 8 tags. I cut it straight in half at 6. Now I have got a few variants, so I did quite a wide one, 3 1/4, then I've got some at 3, and these ones are just under 2. Sorry, just under 2.5. Oh no, just under 3. So I have the option of either leaving them like this or cutting them the corners off to make a proper shape one. Either way, they're going to be backed onto some card anyway. So I have, if you saw the last video, I did some of these embellishments, these wooden ones. This one that was a total, it just didn't work at all. I actually went over it with some walnut stain and that has come out quite nice. Quite liking that one. And these ones, these are actually some clay ornaments that I've made. They're I use modelling clay with like a fondant mould. Very satisfying, actually. I think is the way to describe those. Right, let's do one that's 3 inches. So I like this because now this paper is knocked back to, yeah, it's more to my liking. Right, I have a whole host of stuff here. I keep a big box of all sort of Christmas decorations that I've got. So I've got ribbon. I've actually got these, I think they're card toppers really. Merry Christmas. I've got loads of die cuts, stencils, stamps. You name it, I've got it. Right, now, me being me, the first one is going to have texture paste. So I have got a stencil, which I'm only going to put half on, I think. Yeah. So, texture paste. And then let's see if I can avoid getting it in all the other holes. Normally, I have to say I would put sellotape across. Other brands are available, as they say. Across all these other holes down here, because I do have a habit of being a bit heavy-handed with this stuff. I get a bit excited when I'm doing texture paste. I know, it's sad. Oh yeah. Well, there is a vintage travel note, Christmas travel note swap. It's still, I do like them just perhaps with a little bit of a twist on rather than just plain old. Right, that one I will wash off in a moment. And I want to do, so if I do my, let's do it, a skinny one. If I get a couple done that I want with texture paste, I did see one here. No, that one's going to be 2. Right. Yep. So if I put that one to the bottom, I think. Texture paste is such a quick, normally, an easy way to add a decoration. You're using a stencil, so that work is already done for you. You've got your paste. You can colour the paste if you want to. So there we go, the basics, well, the basis for 2 tags. So I will I'm only going to do 4, I think, here. Maybe some more at a later date. Right, let's put the lid back on. Okay, now let's do 2 of the wide ones. Now, while I was messing around making those wooden embellishments, I discovered this in the drawer, which I use on, and I can't find it. Ah, there we go. The Christmas tree. These ones, I have to say, so after the tutorial, I went round an edge with a bit of walnut stain, and they've come out quite nice. So I want to use that with a Christmas tree. Oh, now I've got a bigger stencil. So if I put that at the bottom, now I've got multimedia matte. That's what I'm going to use as the glue to hold those these little glitter jewel things in. Posh glitter. That's what it is. Yeah, I was that last tutorial with those little wooden embellishments. Very unplanned, as can be seen, but so much fun. Perhaps we ought to rename this Sunday Fun Day. Right, that's those. Swipe that off so I can... Ooh! It's going everywhere. Sorry, arms in the video. Okay. Let's get rid of that one for a minute. So put them on. I have no idea if this is required, but it's quietly satisfying pushing these into the glue. Oh, I like that. Yeah. That's worked really well, that Christmas tree. Very sparkly. Okay, so that's number 3 set to one side to dry. Let's see how much of a mess I can make putting these back in. I mean, that was good for me. Okay, and the 4th one. I'm thinking I'm going to do some stamping, which I think the plain bit at the top. So I'm going to do some background stamping with this. I've got Ranger watering can, which seems to be my go-to colour at the moment. And then I'm just going to do random bits. Maybe that way. Yep. And liking that. I don't know if that's showing up very well. I can see it here, but there we go. So you can see just enough to give it a bit of background colour. Okay, what are we going to put on? Ooh, choices. Let's go for a Tim Holtz Christmas tree. Actually, I don't like the colour of that. So, some of the gesso that I had from rolling the actual tags out, I've still got it on the side. You've got a hint of green. This white stuff that was on it, I think was supposed to be fake snow in a pen that I did last year or the year before, and never actually, I don't think I really know how to use it. But I have to say it looks a whole lot better with gesso over the top of it. Let's make it look a bit less. Yeah, like that. And then that. I think what I'm going to do, move that out of the way. Let's put that one on there, but put a load of this spare gesso over the underneath it. I don't mind. I quite want it hanging off the edge. Oh, come on, you can stick. Go. I think because my hands are sticky, they're lifting everything off. Let's put a bit more under there. Right, first part done. That's got it. Right, so that's... Mind you, I'm going to back those so it won't matter. Right, so that's the first lot of decoration. Although I'm not... That hasn't worked. Seems to be a mass. Don't know. We'll wait and see what that one looks like in a minute. Right, I'm just going to go and dry these, wash my brushes off, and I'll be right back. Right, everything's dried and stuck on. I did actually resort to using multi-medium under that, just brushing some on. Finish off. Right, the other half of one of those stencils has got the words Merry Christmas on it. So I'm going to put those up here. Now what I am going to do is sponge on some of this paper artsy chalk acrylic. Spanish mulberry, this one is. These are my new favourite paints. So let's just squeeze them out onto there. And just stencil it on. Yep. So that's one. Although maybe I could have made that a bit. Oh well. And then this is one of the heat embossed embellishments, but I don't. This is an old one with one of those old foam sticky things on the back. I don't want that on account of its really is no use now whatsoever. I've got some cheesecloth muslin, and I'm thinking if I can get it right, I want it to give something like that, I think. Okay, we have a glue gun which I had already heated up. So let's see how many times I can burn myself. It is nice to hear people say when they have the same issues as me with a glue gun. Okay, and then this little fella is going to sit down here. Okay, and that's number one. So let's put that one over there for a minute. Right, this one. I've got another, this was a copper coloured one, heat embossed one, which just burnt as soon as I put it on, so it must be really cheap and nasty stuff, but I like the contrast. I don't think I'm going to put any backing on that. Which way round do we want it? Yeah, that way. Except for this one, I'm going to use the multi-medium, I think, to put that on. Because I know I am going to make a mess with that. Right, paintbrush. Yep. And then take off all the excess. The beauty of this stuff is you can't see it on the paper after. Right, that's that one. And then that one has also got to have Merry Christmas on it somewhere. So I'm thinking these things. I used to make cards, Christmas cards, birthday cards. So what do we think? That way? Where can we get? Oh, we can get Christmas down there. Okay. Now these are also extremely old. I haven't made cards in 4 or 5 years. Yep. Okay, Christmas. Now I know why I never use these things. And then a rather stretched Merry. God, I love Christmas. I'm quite conservative in the way I dress. Normally jeans and a fleece of some description. Come Christmas, it's like, yes, glitter, silver, gold, you name it, it goes. Right. A nice simple tag for number 2. Okay. Number 3. Now I'm thinking snow scene. This is a stamped and then plain embossed, heat embossed. Now then, do we want backing with it or not? We're going to leave it like that. I think I might leave it like that. And then stamp Merry Christmas on it somewhere. Okay. More multi-medium. Try not to get it over the edge. I quite like them when they hang off the edge like that. Not the glue, just the decoration. And that will dry to a nice matte finish, that multi-medium one. I also want to stamp on this, so I don't want that there. So we have that one. Let's move some of these out of the way. Oh, I've lost my other stamp. All right. Oh no, here we go. Merry Christmas. I think this is just, oh, East of India. Merry Christmas. I think that can go in there. So what have I got? Cobalt Ranger Archive Link. Does that work? Ish. That's getting better. What do we think? About here. Superb. Merry Christmas. Number 3. Blimey, you're getting through them. Number 4. Put the lid on the ink. Now this one, I've used the multi-medium and glitter, and I can't actually make out. You can sort of see a shape. So I'm thinking I've got these Derwent Inktense pencils. They are a pencil, if I show you. Those are the colours, so they are like a watercolour pencil. So I'm thinking, where was I? That way around. That one, I think, the olive green. I'm thinking if I just sort of draw around the outside of it and then go over it with some water. Doesn't have to be exact. In fact, I'm quite liking this loose way of drawing now. Yeah, this was definitely quite a deformed Christmas tree. So I'm guessing my multi-medium spread slightly. If we get the outline, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I can always do another one. Now then, I'm thinking there must be little bits inside. These pencils are brilliant, these Inktense ones. They are, the colour in them is phenomenal. Yeah, see, that's all spread, so I haven't actually got any other. No. Okay, that'll do. So, one trusty paintbrush. Let's see how this works. You just love it when you try something new and you think, oh, my life, what have I just done? Ah, that's interesting. So my paintbrush is actually finding the gaps. Okay, we have a childlike drawing of a Christmas tree. Naive, I think they describe us. Oh, naive, or whether a bit of a mess. Either way. Right, let's brighten that up a bit. Let's go this way. I quite like that. That's quite different. Let's do the same at the bottom. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Different. Don't know if that'll make it into the journal, but I've got one of these clay decorations, oops, that I made. So I'm thinking I can go up in the corner. So it's a bit concerned these might be a bit two-dimensional, but I think that should be alright. So it's not too bad. Not sure about this one. This one may or may not make it into the... No, that is definitely too much. No, do you know what? I think I am going to leave that one like that because I don't really like it. So it may or may not make it. Right, I need to wedge these before I put them onto some card. It might grow on me. No, it's still not growing on me. So, two very simple Christmas tags, or these can be cut down and used as pockets or tuck spots or anything. That's what I love about journals. There is no right and wrong way of doing anything. Mind you, it doesn't help me when I'm looking at that one going, I hate that. Right, I will back these onto card. I won't bore you with doing those. So we've got 1, 2, if I move my bit of paper over, a touch. No, that is a definite no. I am going to have to do something with that one. I cannot be doing with that. I wonder. Do you know what? It doesn't really matter because it's horrible. So let's get a good one out of the way before I ruin that one. Bit more paint. Yeah, when the expression flogging the dead horse certainly springs to mind here. Oops, there's a lot of paint on that. Right, let's see if It's better. It's not 100%, but it looks very textured now, I have to say, going over the top of it. It may do it. It may not. Like the sparkle. Actually, I might just leave that in there. I do like the sparkle on that. Let's get rid of this before I put paint on everything else. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tags plus another 4 to make. Very, very quick and easy tags. I hope you've enjoyed having a play with me. This has been, yep. I'm liking Sunday. Sundays are now going to be rechristened Fun Day Sunday, I think. Right. Thank you very much for watching. You take care, and I will speak to you all later. Bye.